Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Kakadashis. All praises to the war calls God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh by Hashem, meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai, being in the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, the great millstone Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify, and I wanted to make a follow up. Right, on this IUIC situation with Islam, right? Because the elder Manatazakba was making a good point. Why you worried about the community so much? And I think that's what I'm gonna title this. Why you worried about the community? The Lord isn't. Because really, when you go into the scriptures, the Lord ain't worried about the community at all. He's worried about the elect. It was so crucial in the scriptures that, in Ezra, and we're going to get it, he was asking all these questions about how the ungodly was going to be punished. And the Lord told him, don't ask about how the godly going to be unpunished. Worry about the elect. And that's what it's all about. It's about the elect. So this whole mindset of the community, here it is. You're going to bring in everybody that's bad. Remember, the scriptures tell you that the kingdom of heaven is like a net, right? Let me get that. This is Matthew 13 and 47. It says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that is cast into the sea and gathereth of every kind. And that's what this word has been, right? The word has been like a net cast into the sea. The sea is the people. Going back in not second Ezra, but Revelation, I believe that's the 15th chapter, where it says the sea, our nations, peoples, and tongues, right? So, come on now. Yeah. So, when this word was preached out, it was a broad net, right? That the people of the Lord can hear this message, right? That came from the heavens, and they be drawn ashore. And hey, even Islam has heard this message, man. It says, which when it was full, they drew it to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast away the bad. But here it is, y'all have all together got with the bad and put them in a vessel with those that are supposed to be the good. Tying yourself to Islam, tying yourself to idols and false beliefs for the sake of your so-called community. Which even then, the nigga says, in our community, a lot of them don't need salvation. That's going into the scriptures, the 2/3. But y'all worried about them. They not going to be worried about you when you start dying in masses. Because that flood of ungodly men, that's coming. It says, and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast away the bad. You're not casting away the bad. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. So why are you putting yourself among the wicked? Well, the scriptures tell you every man is going to resort to his kind. And you're going with them because that's your kind. You part of that wicked lot. It says, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. This isn't proper. You can even read the post. So IUIC and NOI joined together against violence in the black community. Hashtag Oklahoma City Thunder. Nah. You're not going to stop the violence. Why are you standing against the judgment of the Lord? Why are you going against the judgment of the Lord? You see the way our people act. Now judgment's going out and y'all are fighting against. Why? These things got to be considered for you, Jake, out there that might watch this and look at IUIC and look at it like, oh yeah, this is great. Well, what about y'all that are supposed to be Hebrew Israelites? Isn't there supposed to be a separation? When you go into the scriptures, when Jake went off and followed the other idols, were you supposed to be cool with him? Or was there a judgment that was supposed to go forth? And if now we're not in that position to bring out the judgment for following idols and other philosophies, are you supposed to join together for the betterment of your people? Nah. That's what Esau does. Right? This is Mark 13 and 20. We already here. Mark 13 and 20. And it says, but he that hath received the seed into stony places, the same as he that here. You know what? That might not be it. Wait. Mark 13. Oh yeah, Mark. We're in Matthew. Mark 13. Salakia. And 20 it says, and except that Yahweh had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved, but for the elect's sake. See, if the Lord is saying, I'm doing this, I'm shortening these days, so some flesh will be saved, but it's for the elect's sake. Why are you worried about somebody who's obviously going against what the elect do? Whom he had chosen, he had shortened the days. For the elect's sake, whom he had chosen, he had shortened the days. So the Lord's showing you right there, there's always a sentiment of F the community in the scriptures. It's only about the elect. It's all it's ever been about. It's the elect. This is 2 Timothy 2. This is just scriptures. I just wanted to put this together really quickly to prove to you that there's always a sentiment of F the community. It's about the elect. Remember, the Lord said he reserved unto him 7,000 men which have not bowed the knee to Baal. That 7,000 men is just 7, meaning a number completion, right? There's a complete number of men that haven't gone into the way of these other idols and all this stuff. They've separated themselves unto the Heavenly Father. When at the same time, they're here now. So why are you worried about those that are serving the idols? 2 Timothy 2 and 10, it says, therefore, I endure all things, right? He's enduring all things for the elect's sake. He's not enduring all things for the community's sake, but for the elect's sake. It says that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahushai with eternal glory. Right? Where's the community there? It's not. It's not. Matthew 13 and 16. It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Right? Well, if this was a message for everybody, why is it saying blessed are your eyes? Why is it being specific? Because when you go to the 15th verse, it says, for this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So the Lord ain't even worried about healing everybody, but y'all worried about saving everybody. When you go to, I think it's Ezekiel, the 13th chapter. It's Ezekiel 13. And I'll start here, right? It says Ezekiel 13 and 18. It says, and say, thus say Yahweh power, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every statue, and to hunt souls, right? It says, will ye hunt the souls of my people? And will you save the soul alive that cometh unto you? Because they were going into witchcraft, man. Just like Jake now. The scriptures tell you rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So this is a rebellious act. Tying yourself to Islam. Where in the scriptures does it say that? But there's many scriptures that show you that you're not supposed to join unto them. That you're not supposed to add unto this word. Right? Go not in the way with the ungodly, right? Follow not a multitude to do evil. Hate thou abomination vehemently, and other idols and other philosophies are abomination. There's many scriptures that back up not doing this, but y'all did it because you're rebellious, you're witches. Verse 19, it says, and will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread? That's what they do this for, because they sold out. They got the bag. To slay the soul that should not die, and to save the soul alive that should not live. You're fighting against what the Lord wanted to do. He put out a judgment against the soul that should die, and y'all want to fight against the soul that should die? It says, by your lying to my people that hear your lies. Jake is completely going off in that fashion. Witchcraft like fashion, man. This is I'm gonna get this. This is 2 Ezra 9. Go here. 2 Ezra 9 and 15. It says, then start 14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do I speak. It says, and now do speak, and I'll speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved, like as the wave is greater than the drop. So if you understand that the Lord is going to put people to death, why are you worried about the ones that are getting put to death? You should be worried about the ones that are working towards their salvation. Right? That should be your main focus. You're supposed to be strengthening the things that remain, but you worried about niggas that are getting put to death, and you know damn well they did something. Whoever perished being innocent. You hear about them, they ain't so-called, they're not being called Hebrew Israelites when they pass away. Nobody's confessing that about them. And then you find out how they went out and they were doing some other shit, man. 2 Ezra 8 and 51, it says, but understand for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. You're not supposed to be seeking out the glory, seeking out a defense for Islam. You're supposed to be doing that for Israelites. For those in the faith, in the fold, those who will come into the fold. For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. All right? Now I'm going to jump down to verse 55. It says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Where is the community in that? No, the Lord wanted you to worry about those ones that was going to get it. That should be your mindset. That should be the goal. That should be what preoccupies your thoughts. Psalms 5 and 5. Let's get this real quick. Psalms 5 and 5. It says, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all the workers of iniquity. But y'all don't. Y'all standing right along with them, man. This is weird behavior, bro. Agent-like behavior. Peep the game. Shalom.